ladies and gentlemen, it is I, Tetcher, and this is a replay, in case you can't tell, by the bar at the top of the screen. But basically, I wanted to put on a replay of one of my recent games. Gonna just leave it on my view and let it run. But I wanted to put on a replay of one of my recent games. This is a Hero League game, Diamond 5, and I didn't record it in advance, but I did want to take the time to stop and talk about what's happening to me in this coming up August and moving into November. So you guys know what's going on and where to find me. So think of this like a, can't remember what I called it, like a climb episode? No, it wasn't a climb. I don't remember what I called it. But the show where I basically just was really casual and just talked about stuff. So this is, think of this as that. It's going to be replays, which I think is how I'll do it in the future when I have a lot of stuff to talk about. But as you can see, the game was very interesting. I was the Tyrael. We had a Sergeant Hammer. It was very lovely indeed. But yeah, so, ladies and gentlemen, basically, I wanted to talk to you, for starters, about what is going to be happening to me in this August and where you can find me and what's been happening to me lately. So for starters, most of you have been watching the vlogs. You seem to be enjoying them, so they will be hanging around. There wasn't one this week because there wasn't enough content. There will be one next week. We're just going to combine last week's content into it. So coming up Monday, you'll be able to see that. It's going to be all good. It is raining in the background as well, by the way, so if you can hear that, I apologize. So the next point is where you're going to be able to find me in August, because August is going to be a very busy month for me. So basically, from the 6th of August, I am going to, once again for the second time, be on the Game Changers charity livestream. This is an event in the UK with mostly English streamers, like very big English streamers. I'm not there as one of the streamers. I am there as a host. They've brought me on to, once again, host for the second time with my good friend Colin. Otherwise known as Butter Me Up. And we're also going to be doing the hosting, and I will once again be running my own segment in there, so I guess I am there sort of as a streamer in general, but that's going to be some very popular people. You've got Spamfish there, you've got a couple of members of the Yogs cast, I think that's Duncan, and Duncan and Shin, if I remember correctly, but they're going to be there, AOO Gold, I think that's how you say their name, load of RuneScape people. But that's a charity event for Macmillan Cancer in the UK. It's a very good charity if you have the time. Jump onto that live stream. You can check that out at Game Changers. Just Google Macmillan Game Changers, and you'll be able to find all the details on that, so you can look through it. So I will be there doing the hosting stuff. That's going to be very entertaining. It's a full 24-hour event, so don't think, oh no, it's so late, it's not going to be on anymore. It probably is from the 6th midday British time to the 7th midday British time, so you can come check me out during those times. And yeah, I'll be hosting, but there's also going to be some very cool people there. I'm mostly just going to be giving out forfeits. Who knows, maybe I'm just going to get my legs waxed again as a forfeit if the intersection goes well. But it's a bit earlier this time. It's at I think 1 AM to 3 AM British time. So you will actually have a chance of tuning in to watch my segment, and if not, I'm in between every segment as is. But that should be fun. So that's the first thing I'm doing. So the next thing I'm doing in August, once again, after that I'll be heading home. I'll be getting back to recording, etc. Doing as much as I can. Oh, I forgot to mention, for those who aren't already aware, my Let's Play channel, my regular gaming channel, has started up again. I found a good balance between recording stuff and keeping the hero stuff running and not burning myself out. So right now we're playing through 3 games. We're playing through Sonic Adventure DX, we're playing through WWE 2K16, which, Jesus Christ, those 2 games are horrible, and we're playing through King's Quest, the new one from 2016, which is good, it's entertaining, it's a fun game. I am thoroughly enjoying that. So yeah, you can head over to that. That is Tetcher Plays. It is in the sidebar on my YouTube channel, so you can check it out over there. So yeah, after Game Changers, I am going to be at... which one's next? Yeah, Gamescom. I'm going to be at Gamescom. I am not going to be commentating the EU finals this time. Apparently ESL have decided to bring in non-EU people for the EU finals this time, so that should be interesting. But I'm going to be there for something different. Not sure how much I can talk about it, so I won't, but I will be at Gamescom. So if you're in the EU and you do want to come to Gamescom in Cologne, Germany, I will be there, and I may have a fair amount of time to wander around and have some fun. In fact, I think I'll have quite a lot of time. That should be good. Jess will be there as well, hopefully. Like, I don't think it's 100%, but she should be there. So you'll be able to see both of us if you are down at Gamescom as well. So that should be quite fun and entertaining. But I will be there for something Heroes related, which is cool. And there's going to be some cool announcements from Blizzard, because always it's Gamescom. They like making announcements there almost as much as BlizzCon, in fact. but that should be cool. So you can come see me there. I will be on one of the streams. I will put it on my Twitter, which if you don't already follow me on Twitter, you should, which is youtube.com, twitch.com/Tetcher. Nice and simple. Same with all of my other things are /Tetcher. So you can come check me out at Gamescom. And after that, I'm going to be going to Insomnia in the UK. I think it's 58 they're on now. I don't know, 58, 59. But I'm going to be there as a BYOC punter. I'm just going there because it's fun. I'm not working. I'm literally going to be there. So if you want to come see me, you want to come chat to me, that is the best time. You can pop by. I don't know where I'm sitting in the hall yet, but I'll be there playing either Heroes or Overwatch in the tournament because tournaments are fun and just enjoying the LAN experience. iSeries is how Insomnia iSeries is how I got my first LAN start, really. So this is really something I have a good place in my heart for, and haven't really cast there in a while. Like, that's where I started casting. It was Hearthstone where I originally started, but and also got my booth work experience there along with ESL. But yeah, I love iSeries. It's definitely one of my favorite LANs of the year because I get to sit down and enjoy it. It is not work to me. It is a turn up and enjoy myself with my friends, because everyone who is, well, almost everyone in the UK, a couple of the streamy people who I know don't turn up, but it's still a pretty BC event. So if you're in the UK or just feel like traveling, come down to iSeries. It's pretty damn good. Has one of the best Hearthstone tournaments and some of the coolest people in general. There is a Heroes tournament, there is an Overwatch tournament, neither of them getting a huge amount of attention, but that's fine, and I'm just happy to enter in them and enjoy them. Last time I came third out of 4 teams, but still, wasn't bad. But yeah, so that's where you're going to be able to see me in late August. So I will be there if you are in the UK. Definitely worth coming down and joining in. And either entering the tournaments, turning up as a day pass where you can see all the streamers. You can visit, I think they have League Fest there if you're a fan of League of Legends, which you shouldn't be. Heroes at a Storm for life. But no, I like all games. Respect them all, but this one's just my favorite. So yeah, you come down to that. After that, I will be heading back down to Jess's, I believe. I think that's currently the plan. That might change, I will say if so. But I'll be heading back down to hers to stream a bit more. And we'll also be doing another episode of Gamer Powered Live, which is going to be fun. The last one was super fun, but we're going to attempt to do another one of those where basically, instead of just being all online together, we're all going to be playing together in the same room, except for Red Mage. We can't afford to get him out, unfortunately. He's still in school, so a bit too difficult to get him down. But overall, it would still be pretty good. But yeah, that's basically most of the plans I have scheduled up. That's moving into November a little bit. But that is everything I have lined up. So other than that, the shows. The lab will continue, and for those who are still looking for All In, the lab is all in. I'm doing special stuff, etc. Heavy Meta, we're running near the end of the series. There were a couple things that I really wanted to have recorded by now, but weren't finished. They just weren't complete. So the special episodes I had planned for Heavy Meta were not complete. They are not done. So as such, the series will just do what I said it would, and it will just loop around. And I'll just put those special episodes up when they're done. Simple as that. So those should be alright then. And the ranked series will continue. The Team League series is going to be a bit more intermittent because I'm a lot busier these days. So I have to put a little bit more. I don't have as much time to group up with people as I do, whereas solo queue is a good way for me to unwind after the amount of work I'm doing. So I'm doing a lot more writing. Writing for shows and stuff, and writing for events, etc. Doing schedules and stuff, including one which is still in progress. But put it this way, I am trying to organize a charity event. This is all I can really say about it. I'm not going to say anything else. But I pitched it once before, and we got something like 2% of the way towards it actually happening, and then it was turned down. This time, I pitched it very differently. I have about 18 pages worth of documents about this, and now it's about 40% actually going to happen. So, in theory, this will be good, but I'm basically making this pretty much from scratch. And if it happened, I think it could be one of the biggest charity events of the year, or at least one of the most, or at least just a really cool one that's going to make a lot of money for some very good causes. If it doesn't, then, oh well, close enough. Why are the heroics swapped? I've just realized up the top. Apparently, I'm Tyrael with Shadow Storm. That's fine. That's fine. Valor with Leaping Strike. Can you imagine? That would not be fun. Oh well. Oh, an ETC with Avatar. That's also quite scary. But yeah, that event is maybe going to happen. Maybe not. We will see. Other than that, still doing stuff right now with the stuff with the neighbor, which I'm going to talk about here instead of in a vlog, because we have still quite a few. In fact, I'm going to put this video on a... no, I'll just leave it on this speed. It's like over 20 minutes long, so I'll probably just shut up and leave the game to play itself for the end of the video, so you guys can enjoy just standard gameplay without video for the end of the game. But, so other shows, those are the ones talked about. Ranked is going to stay. Team League will be on and off, but it will still be happening. Overwatch still happening. I would like your guys' opinion of whether you'd like more Overwatch, because I like playing Overwatch. But right now, Heroes is taking up the majority of my time, but maybe with the less ranked stuff, maybe I should include a little bit more Overwatch. So up to you guys on that one, whether you would like to see that. That was a good sank by me there, actually. Making Hammer just wreck stuff. Good rain, though. Wrecked anyway. And Bink. Oh no, not Bink. This is the one where he gets away. But yeah, so those are the show points, the different shows. There is one show that I very much want to talk about that, and that is Tetcher's Community Challenge. I thoroughly intend on this show becoming a thing again. Right now, Blizzard's patching method seems to actually be a little more lax. It's not every week now, because that just broke everything. And it seems to be a little more predictable every Tuesday, etc. So I am willing to attempt to put Community Challenge back up again and attempt to get that running again. Just give me a little bit. I will not promise it's coming back, but I will say at the moment the plan is to bring that show back. So you will be able to enter in and play a Community Challenge again. Once again, the show never got good viewers. That's the thing. It never got as many viewers as I would have liked it to. But I am more than happy to try and do so. And I'm also willing to not just limit it to funny stuff. I'm willing to just say, upload your best game, stuff like that, and just commentate it. And I want to start giving a little bit of feedback on that show if we're giving serious challenges, etc. So make it a little bit more educational as well, as opposed to this is the funniest thing ever, etc. So Community Challenge, planning on coming back. Another show for the older people on my channel who have been around for a little bit longer, Caster Challenges. I've said this so many times before, and I've broken my promise every single time. I do want this back. There are a fair amount of very good Heroes of the Storm casters right now, especially in the America scene, that I think would be very, very good for this show. The replay system, especially the combined replay viewing system, is great, so it'd be very easy to grab a replay from a tournament and just stick it on whichever observer was in that game at the time's view and just let that run. So I would be more than happy to try and set that back up. I'm once again not going to promise it's going to be back, but I do intend it being back. I don't want my channel at least, to just be so spammed with content that you don't know where anything is anymore. I want to keep the standard 4 shows I have now, and that's Ranked, Heavy Meta, The Lab, and Overwatch. Those are the ones I want to keep, but on the odd occasion I will put in an edited video. One of these, for example, a community challenge, or something like that. So overall, it will be good, but a community challenge especially, if also we might see stuff like what I did with the World Championship, like who holds the World Championship. If the rules were, if you lost a game, you lost a series, you lost the World Championship. So that was another example of just random content that could be slipped in every now and again. But overall, the show formats will stay fairly similar. And of course, oh, and vlogs. Sorry, I forgot about vlogs. Are there once a week, so I do not count them as much. But yeah, so for Community Challenge especially, this is a thing that I've actually had a lot of problems with on my channel, and that is people seem to, like, the people who currently follow my channel, I have the maximum amount of respect for. They're super nice, super cool, and are just really great. I wouldn't even call them followers. Like, the majority of them I would consider friends at this point. I would consider them super cool people. But my Discord especially is just a lovely place to be at this point. I really enjoy being in there. Even if I don't talk as much as I probably should, I thoroughly enjoy just watching everyone interact, and the fact that everyone enjoys talking so much in that area. But something I've had a fair amount, and that is people seem to expect, just because you're on YouTube and just because I get all these live streaming, just because I get all these casting jobs, etc., that I should be succeeding. In my view, I am succeeding very, very well. I'm getting far more viewers than I ever expected. I'm getting subscribers. I'm getting a reasonable amount of love. But there is a difference, and this is something that I've noticed on a lot of people, because there are a couple other YouTubers and a couple other streamers who I think should be a lot bigger, but aren't. And I may dedicate a video to this at some point, but I want to run over this quickly. People don't seem to understand that, yes, being friendly with your telling a streamer that they are good and you enjoy them, etc., is very encouraging to the streamer. It's very good. But nothing will help that streamer more than not telling them anything, but telling someone else who doesn't already watch them. Because nothing helps a streamer more than promotion. It's as simple as that. A streamer, a YouTuber, a caster, nothing helps them more than showing support. And this should be for every one of them. Just because Caldor's currently the biggest doesn't mean if you like Caldor, you shouldn't tell someone who might not watch Caldor about Caldor, someone who's not into esports as much about esports. This is something that is kind of ignored by a lot of people. They're just like, oh, this person has a couple thousand viewers. That means that they're already growing at a substantial rate. I'm just going to watch them. Just in the Reddit threads, just like the appreciation threads, people got that got on people's nerves a bit, but I thought that was great. Just saying to people, yes, we watch you, yes, we love you, but also by doing it in such a public place, you're showing it to people who might not already be watching it. I personally think that's fantastic. I'm a huge fan of the appreciation threads, tweets, mentioning people in stream chats, etc. during tournaments, just tweeting at people. Reddit's probably the best place to do this kind of thing. But yeah, it's really underappreciated how much simply passing on that you like someone to someone who might not already know who they are can do. It is a humongous deal, and the majority of growth nowadays is via social media, word of mouth. It is as simple as that. So if you do respect a YouTuber, you do respect a streamer, etc., then tell other people about it. Tweet it. You be the one to make the Reddit thread on occasions. Don't rely on someone else to do it. This is something that now this might get some hate here. The StarCraft subreddit had a huge argument about this ages ago. But this is something the StarCraft subreddit especially had a big problem with from one point to another. People blamed WCS for the downfall of StarCraft at one point. They were like, oh, WCS has come down, tournaments are oversaturated. They weren't oversaturated, it's just people weren't making the hype in the same way. When you had the pre-WCS tournaments in StarCraft, you had a big situation of everyone was hyped. You would have a thread for every tournament. You would have everyone would upvote the thread because they want everyone else to see the thread because everyone wants the game to succeed. What ended up happening on the what ended up happening is people stopped making these, and people were like, "Ah, someone else will make it." No. Then people would make the thread instead of making the thread of this tournament's here. They would make the thread of where is the thread for this tournament. If there is no thread, then make it. It's as simple as that. And now, what's the issue is on the Heroes one is there's currently a big set of Blizzard making the threads for certain tournaments, but tournaments are fine. Official Blizzard tournaments, Blizzard seem fairly happy to make the threads. They saw what happened with StarCraft, but for other stuff, for non-Blizzard tournaments, etc., for like Better Madness by Caldor, I'm planning something at the moment. I've got a tool made right now that's going to be prepared, I don't know, probably before Christmas, and then I'll be able to run my little tournament there. But trust me, that's going to be super fun and super good. But when something like that comes up, when a little tournament comes up, when you just see something good in a stream or a tournament, make a highlight of it, put it on Reddit. People like to view that stuff. It's basically free karma. And even if it isn't, you don't lose karma for it unless you get a huge amount of downvotes because you put something terrible up, in which case you know not to do it again. Yeah, being active in the community is something that I think the Heroes community at large doesn't seem to understand as much. They sort of expect the community to passively happen around them, as opposed to actively becoming a part of it and actively acting out on it. So that's just my opinion on it. I've probably made quite a few enemies with that statement, but overall, this is how this is how I feel. Like, I try to do so much. The reason I have so many shows and why I tried to make community challenge, etc., why I stopped making community challenge, is because people weren't really being active about it. People weren't doing that, but the activeness isn't the issue anymore. Nowadays, I can get back near the end of the show, I was getting easy enough replays, but at the start, it was fine. But no one promotes that kind of thing, even though it's a good way to grow the community, etc. Meta Madness got promotion. That was fine. Kalaris didn't really get as much promotion as I expected for Beyond the Nexus. I think that's what he called it. State of the Nexus, that was it. Beyond the Nexus is getting very good promotion because it's promoted by Blizzard. But State of the Nexus didn't actually get as much promotion as it really should have. It's a brilliant show. They should be doing it. Same with Town Hall. They should, each episode, as long as they're not spammed, as long as they're not pointless, should be getting a good amount of hype. Because each one is important. Each one is building the community. And yeah, this is something I think should be encouraged more. But I think that's it. I think that's everything I had to talk about. So for now, everyone, I am going to just mute myself here, and I'm going to let you enjoy the rest of the game, assuming I can remember which bloody button is my mute button. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to leave you to the rest of this game. If you have any comments on anything I said here today, then please leave them in the comment section below, or come speak to me directly on Discord. I'm aware I brought up some potentially very iffy points, and I may probably make a video redacting some of those because I'm talking very much in the moment right now. None of this pre-written, pre-scripted, because I'm sick and tired of writing scripts at the moment. Need to take a quick break. But overall, that's where you can find me. Those are my plans for the future at the moment. There's one more plan that I would love to tell you about, but it's not going to be happening until 2017 at the minimum, but we will see. I do plan on that. Also, that move was sick. I'm very proud of that. I was very happy with that. But yeah, I do have plans. You've heard my opinions on the stuff. If you are watching this, best thing you can ever do to show that you appreciate me is to not tell me and to show it to someone else. So yeah, there you go. That's the biggest thing I want people to take away from this video, other than come find me. If you're at any of the events, come find me, say hi, share a drink, etc. That should be all good. So everyone, thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.